Yo, what is going on, y'all? Y'all know me, it's your boy, one physical therapist assistant. Fun times with the legends of America. Another day fulfilled, another day of helping people, another day of good lessons, good stories, and I'm gonna share some with y'all today. Y'all getting tired of hearing these stories from these older adults? Like, are y'all getting something out of this? Let me know. let me know for real. Because I like sharing them. I like telling people. I like talking about it. And it's funny because I used to have a thing with my wife. We kind of still got it. But you come home, screw that. We ain't talking about work. We done with work. We leave work at work. We're going to talk about it. But now that I'm doing this little, share all, I'm talking about it all the time, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning. I'm enjoying sharing. I'm enjoying the stuff I get out of it, and I hope you're getting something out of it too. So let me know if y'all get tired of my talking and rambling. But anyway, oh man, it's your boy, one physical therapist assistant. I hope y'all doing good. I'm gonna give y'all something feel good going into the weekend. Today is Friday. I'm gonna give y'all some feel good going into the weekend. Yo, it's not complicated. One thing I've learned from the old, it's not complicated. Okay? What's not complicated? This life thing, it's not complicated. It might seem complicated, but it's not. It's very simple. It is very simple. Try your best to be a good human being, yo. When you look back, when you're 90 years old, you're 90 plus, you look back, you're going to remember more good things. You're going to remember the good things are going to mean more. That's what I mean by that. The good things are going to mean more to you. All right? I got 2 cases of 90 plus year olds, okay? 2 cases of 90 plus year olds. I'm glad I can tell y'all their stories when they share their stories. I'm glad I can tell y'all their stories without sharing any personal information about them. I'm glad about that. I'm happy about that. Okay? Very simple. Well, you know what? Contrasting scenarios, but same outcomes. What's the outcome? The outcome is a quote. You get 2 90 plus year olds with the same quote. What's that quote? I've lived a good life. Did you hear me? I've lived a good life. You think you're going to be able to say that at the end? I want to be able to say that close to the end. I lived a good life. Hey, y'all, had a lady today. She hit me with the quote. And I was ready for it. At first, when I started doing this, well, not at first, like back when I started in my career or whatever, I wasn't ready for this, okay? I'm ready now. When a person tells you that they want to be finished, when a person tells you that they want their life to come to an end. When I first used to hear this back when I first started out, oh no, don't talk like that. Don't say nothing like that. Don't be talking like that. But now, with the experience, seeing the different situations and ailments and everything, I can say I understand. I had a lady today. I think she thought I was going to give her some pushback. I ain't give her no pushback. She told me that she's been in a lot of pain. She's been dealing with something for a long time. She's been in a lot of pain. She has been like this for a long time. She joked around, told me that she wished she had a new body. I hear this a lot. New knees, new legs. I wish I had a new body. I wish I had a new neck. I hear this all the time when it comes to people who have difficulty as they get older. Okay? And we was walking. We, doing our best and a little bit of walking. And she looked at me. She said, I really want to just go to sleep. Period. This is her quote. I want to go to sleep, period. And while she's walking, she turned to look at my face. She turned and looked right dead in my eyes as if to get a reaction, as if she was ready. She was ready for me to give pushback. I gave no such thing. I gave no such thing. I looked at her and I said, I understand, ma'am. I understand. She was like, well, good. She was ready for me because I think she wanted to tussle a little bit. She wanted a little word tussle. I ain't giving no tussle. I said, I understand, man. She was like, good. My kids, what did she say? My kids don't want me to. I would say, I understand that too. That's what I told her. I said, I understand that too. But, I understand that's the way you feel. And she said, well, good. And that's all we said about that. We didn't go any more further with that. We didn't go any more further with that conversation. Oh, man. But 2 other people, man. I got a 90. Shout out to my 90 and overs. I hope there's some 90 plus year olds who watch the channel. It's probably not. But I hope there is. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Drink wine. Work on a farm. A cocktail every day. I met a person who said cocktail every single day. Mid-90s. You like a good cocktail? I like a good cocktail. What's your favorite cocktail? Mine used to be Long Island iced tea. Now I'm a fan of mules. I like mules. My man said he liked vodka with wine. Never tried it. Have you? Vodka with wine. That was his one a day. One cocktail a day. All right? Mid-90s. Worked for Parks and Rec. Brokered $1 million deals on agriculture, land, for the preservation of it. Brokered multi-million-dollar deals on it. Okay? Interesting job. Interesting profession. Sold land to different towns and communities and cities and states. Sold land to them. Like, it wasn't his land to sell, but he sold it for, I guess, the Parks and Recs, and the land is still being preserved. It's land that can never be built on, never be, toiled, never be used for anything, just preservation. I like that. We got a lot in Delaware. I like going to the preserved areas. Let's see. 30-foot yacht. 30-foot yacht. 5-bedroom, big 2-story home, 5 bedrooms, about 3.5 bathrooms. Multiple cars. He used to charter trips in Europe. Has touched every country in the world except Norway. Did you hear me? Has planted his feet in every country in the world except Norway. I'm like, what the heck? What you got against Norway, bro? Why you ain't go to Norway? He laughed. He said, he was like, it's not like he had anything against Norway. He just, something came up when he planned that trip. He planned it, because I guess he wanted to see every country in the world, which is dope. He planned it, was ready to it, and then something came up, and he never got back around to Norway. Never got back around to Norway. I told him, it's still time. He was like, nah, he's done. But never got back around to Norway. He was telling me about how his children are doing good. They help him. Say, my children do a lot for me. They really support me. This is the person who lives in a nursing home. Keep in mind, you can still support your parents in a nursing home. He said, they support me. They do a lot for me. And he lives in a nursing home. 30-foot yacht. Did I say he had a 30-foot yacht? 30-foot yacht. I'm working in a small town in Maryland. He says he has a waterfront property. The house is waterfront property. I'm sorry. I'm trying to piece together details. I'm getting to the point. I'm trying to piece together details of my man's, the story he told me. 30-foot yacht. Waterfront property. Property was in, I believe, a private club, like a private club community. I don't know much about private club communities, but his property was waterfront and he had a dock right out in his back that led to his 30-foot yacht. Yeah, it sounds like a nice life, right? Yeah, I'm not finished. I'm not finished. He chartered trips. He said his favorite part of the world was Europe. Favorite part of the world was Europe. All the Slovakias and Latvias and all of those places. He had a special place in his heart for Germany because he was in the military. He spent a couple of years over there. Special place in his heart for Germany because I always ask my travelers what's one place that they would go back to. He said Germany was it for him. Really loved Germany. He's painting a picture of his life. He said he's had a lot of little jobs. He worked 4 different side jobs while he was in college. Has various degrees. Has a few degrees. Worked 4 side jobs while in college. Had a good wife. 64 years married. Good wife. Good woman. Like I said, good children. I'm painting a picture of this man's life because I'm going to get to the end. The end result of my man, who's in a nursing home now, he said, I've lived a good life. I've lived a good life. Okay? I have lived a good life. Done a lot. I've done more. He said I did more good than bad. He said I remember most of the good. He said, he was telling me the reason he ended up in a nursing home. He said there was one day in his big house, his great big home, 2-story, 5-bedroom home. He was on his sofa. He tells me how fast it happens. This is commonality, y'all. This is common where the older say that their decline happens very sudden. Heard this a few times last week. Very sudden. He said the same thing. He said he was on the sofa one day. He said he'd never forget. And he tried to get up, but he couldn't. He said he tried like 30 to 40 times to get up off of his sofa, and he could not do it. Couldn't get up. He said that was the rapid beginning of his decline, and which led to the needing to downsize. You know how the story goes, needing to downsize and ending up in a facility for rehab. And he said he has no complaints. He said he has no worries. He said he understood his where he was at, and he couldn't manage all of the stuff. I didn't ask him if he sold everything, whatever. I didn't get into that. He was just telling me about he's doing some exercises while telling me this story. And I was like, it sounds like a good story, man. I asked him, did he do any writing? Because I always ask people who got these elaborate stories that they thought about writing a book. He said he's never thought about writing a book. He's wrote a few articles, but never thought about writing a book. I told him it's not too late. But he's painting this picture of his life, man. And he just summed it up by saying, I've lived a good life. Story number 2. A nice gentleman. Worked on a farm. Shout out to the farmers. I told you, you want to live to 90, go work on a farm. I might go work on a farm after I'm done with this. You want to make it to 90. Shout out to my farmers. Man said he was a farmer for a while. Drove trucks. He drove grain trucks. So he would deliver grain to the farms. And he worked on a farm from when he was little. Said his father had him out there humping it. I asked him, I said, did you have to work from sun up to sundown? He said, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't like that. But he said he did do a lot of work, but it was 7 days a week. 7 days a week. I asked him how old was he when he started out. I asked him, I said, were you 5 years old like I heard? A lot of the farmers be saying they first start them off at 5 years old, which is good. Some nice free labor. He said, no, he didn't start that early. Probably he was, double digits, maybe 10 or 11. But he said it was 7 days a week, every single day. But he did that for a while. Drove the grain trucks and worked on the farm for a while. Has a couple of children who have, middle-class jobs, doing okay. Show him love. Talking about 2 90-year-olds. This is the next one. Show him love. And this man, I swear to you, probably developing a little bit of short-term memory loss. Shout out to him being 90, probably starting to develop it. Probably, so he's done good. Probably starting to develop a little bit of short-term memory loss. I swear throughout this conversation, talking to him, me and him were walking outside. We just took a break to sit at the bench just to listen to the birds, watch the trees, enjoy a little nature. my man told me at least during our conversation, at least 15 times, I lived a good life. I swear he said it at least 15 times. I swear he did. I've lived a good life. He would just stop and, he would be talking about something he used to do, and he would just stop. I've lived a good life. I like these conversations, y'all. Can y'all tell I like having these conversations? I've lived a good life. Said it like 15 times. I think he kept forgetting that he told me it, or he just enjoyed saying it. Shout out to all the farmers, man. Shout out to all the farmers. But he's another one. I don't think he lives at the facility. I think he lives with his children. But he said he's been in and out a lot of rehab facilities because he's been having some issues. So needless to say, he's probably, I'm not going to say frequent flyer, but this is not his first rodeo. And he just told me that, he just does what he can. He just does what he can. He told me one day he had a few falls, which is, typical story. But he says he does what he can, and, he just takes it day by day in his 90s, and he just summed it up. I've had a good life. The moral of the story here, y'all, I give you, somebody who might have had a little bit slightly more elaborate lifestyle. And then I gave you somebody who probably lived a more mediocre middle-class lifestyle. And they basically raised the families, enjoyed what they did, raised their children up to be good children, good adults. And now because they did that, their children are around to support him. That's it. When I say it's not complicated, when I say it's simple, when I meet the mid-90-year-olds, that's what I'm talking about. It's simple. I think we think that things have got to be overly complicated. No, keep things simple. You can live the extravagant lifestyle, and still, do good things, be a good family man. You can do all of that, and then you can live a simple lifestyle or a slightly more common lifestyle and do the same thing. You can do the same thing. So with that said, y'all, are you doing your best to live a good life? I'm trying my best. Trying my best to live a good life, man. Be positive. Y'all hear me tell the story about, the former thugs. That's played, man. That's whack. That is played. It's played, but you'd be surprised how many people still live in those types of lifestyles. So, yeah, with that said, man, it's your boy, one physical therapist assistant. Doing your best to live a good life. When it's all said and done, don't you want to be able to sit back, kick back, 90-something years old, and just say 15 times to a stranger, just meeting these people, to a random stranger. Tell them your story, tell them your highs, tell them your lows, tell them, things you did, stuff you enjoyed, all the traveling you did. Just tell them, kick it to a complete stranger who takes an interest in you. Don't you want to be able to tell them, yeah, I lived a good life. That's what it's all about, y'all. So I hope that will give you some feel good vibes for the weekend, man. Hope y'all going to the weekend positive. All right, y'all. It's your boy, one physical therapist assistant. As always, respect your elders. And help people whenever you get a chance. Be safe, and I will holler at y'all in the next video.